We're Trent Allie, and since evacuating out of Argentina at the start of the pandemic, we've been busy raising chickens, goats, and building a home base in the mountains of Utah.
When I have to start installing all the drain line, it's going to be a little bit more pressure.
Get it? Some pressure in the drain lines. Construction is full of complications.
And the plot is thickening. Things are getting more and more out of control.
And even though we're almost ready to take over and start building ourselves,
my nerves are high. I'm excited, but I'm very nervous. I'm nervous. Very nervous.
There's another big event that we've been waiting for. Our pretty lady Eleanor is ready to give birth any day now. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, and come along today for 2 big surprises.
She's pushing.
Insane contractions right now.
She's getting uncomfortable.
This is so intense, guys.
Ooh, she's pushing. Okay, here it comes.
Trent just called me from the trailer and said, run out here right now and bring the camera. Something's going on with Eleanor.
She's having her babies right now. As you can see right here, this is basically the amniotic sac, and it's not broken, so she's in labor, she's giving birth, but I don't know if I need to break this sac to help them come out and relieve some of the pressure inside, or what needs to be done. I just tried to call Jennifer, but she didn't answer.
Call Brenda right now. Good girl.
Hello.
Hello, did you follow me?
I did. We have a goat that's mid-birth.
Oh gosh.
Eleanor, she hasn't had any, but like her sac is like,
You're okay.
there's like a miniature basketball worth of sac that's hanging out, and she's like having contractions.
It's not coming out though.
I don't know if I should break the sac or cut it.
Don't try to break it.
Okay.
And then as soon as the water will break, that she'll go into hard labor, and you should see like a nose coming out.
Okay. Yeah, right now it's just a sac, and the sac has not broken, so she keeps
How
trying to
long has
like,
it been like that?
I don't know, I just came out here like maybe 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
She keeps
So
like
she's
trying to
just, like,
rub her
normal-
butt on everything. I don't know if she's trying to break it.
Okay, so she's probably probably trying to break it herself. So she said, don't interfere with that part. Just let it do it on its own.
Okay.
But as soon as it breaks, then she'll go into full-on hard labor. So you should see a kid right away after it breaks.
Like
She's
having
pushing.
insane contractions right now,
She's getting uncomfortable.
Okay.
and she's
So
like making loud
that
noises.
should probably break.
Good girl.
Okay, that's it.
Good girl. You're doing so good.
So I've never been around or watched or helped with goats giving birth, but I've been around and helped with dogs giving birth probably half a dozen times. I'm familiar with the process. However, this is intense. Obviously dogs are very small when they come out. Goats are like a lot bigger, and this goat is very small, but it's very, very pregnant. We're just watching her push and have contractions, and it looks really painful. Sounds painful too. We have a head that's come out.
Good.
There's a full head.
You want to help it?
No.
Okay.
No, I want to let it do its thing.
Here we
Ooh,
go.
she's pushing,
Good girl.
working up to the shoulders.
Good.
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes.
rest of the goat.
Good
Woo!
girl. Good girl.
Atta girl,
Eleanor.
Eleanor. You're doing
Very
so
good.
good, baby.
Good
You're doing so good.
Good job. Oh.
You're doing
Yes.
so good. Now it's
Oh,
kicking.
good
All
job.
right.
Good girl.
There you go, Eleanor. Clean it up. Clean it up, baby.
Oh, good job. Good girl. There we go. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah.
Yeah, the goats are like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've never seen a live birth before. This is so intense, guys.
Yeah, good
Good job, good job.
All right, so the first kid has been born. We don't know whether it's a boy or it's a girl, but it's making noise, it's breathing, it's trying to stand up. Eleanor's slowly cleaning it off. This is exciting. The only problem is that they're in the dirt, and I would really prefer them to not be in the dirt. Yeah, it was pretty immediate after that. They said to move them in the barn where there's straw all over the ground. That will be a little bit more, a little easier to keep sanitary. And he said that if I take the baby in there, that Eleanor should follow me.
Okay.
If she doesn't, maybe just kind of grab her by the collar and try to lead her in there.
Okay. She's cleaning off this baby, and he or she seems to be breathing and healthy. He or she hasn't tried to stand up yet, and she does seem to still be pushing. Whether that's the rest of her sack and everything, or another baby, we're not exactly sure yet. But I cannot believe what unbelievable timing this was.
My mom's not even here. I think my mom has actually gone to southern Utah, kind of similar to where we were earlier today, and she has left basically for the day. She might have arranged for somebody to come here and check on them, or I think she knew we were coming here this weekend, but it was just like dumb luck that we showed up when we did. Do you see how enormous she still is when she lays down? She's still like 1.5 goats wide.
You think?
Yeah. She is freaking still really girthy. Which, I mean, that's not all the details, I guess, but I think there's at least 2 more kids in there. At least. Look at how big she is, dude. When we got her, she was like not that wide.
Yeah.
Now she's enormous.
Yeah.
And we haven't been feeding her that much.
Yeah, you worried about your friend? Everyone's okay.
Close your eyes.
Little Bambi.
Get some rest.
You got it. You got it.
I'm by your side.
You got it.
Lay your head on my chest.
Oh my gosh.
I know you've had.
Get the other front leg out there.
You're so close.
But I'm right here. It's gonna be okay.
You go. Oh.
Oh, there he goes.
Yes, good job. Good job.
Incredible.
Oh my goodness.
I don't get it. He's born literally like 30 minutes ago. Takes human beings like 2 years to figure that out.
Goat births can be kind of hit or miss. Either they go super smoothly, seamlessly, you don't have to intervene at all, or there's an issue. And especially with multiple kids, if a shoulder or a leg comes out first, that could be a big problem, and they could get stuck in the birthing canal. And sometimes you have to reach in, readjust, and help them come out, which is super painful for the mom. But if you don't help, the mom and the baby will die. So luckily, this baby came out nose first. We didn't have to assist Eleanor at all. She was a champion. I've been considering children recently, and let me tell you, that idea is out the window.
That was Allie's first live birth that she's ever witnessed, including human beings. So immediately after she saw that, she was like, yeah, I don't want kids anymore. I could adopt.
You can watch as many videos as you want of people or animals having babies. It does not compare to seeing it, to feeling the visceral pain in person. Eleanor is a champion.
For better days to come and carry us like wind.
happy?
Dreamers of the shore.
All right, guys. Eleanor and her new little baby are safely tucked away in their little birthing pen that we got set up for them weeks ahead of time, and of course they didn't use at all. But we want to keep them away from the other goats, so they're set up nice and happy. Eleanor's eating and drinking. She seems really calm. The new baby is doing really well and nursing happily. He's actually dozing off and taking a nap. These other goats hate the rain. And of course, this is the first time in weeks, maybe a month, that it's thunderstorming and raining. So I want to make sure that they have access to the barn in case they want to come inside and get away from the rain. So Eleanor is in this little stall here. Everybody's happy. Goat birthing baby number 1, success. We're gonna take a little break, get ourselves some food, and we'll check in on them in a little bit. Come on, Nancy. You did nice. Thanks for helping today. Here, Isabel. Good girl.
Yesterday was quite the surprise, as many of you guys saw. Eleanor had her baby, and even though pretty much everyone took bets on 2 and 3 and 4 babies and all this big herd of goats we were about to have, Eleanor only popped out 1. But it looks like... How you doing, Mama? How you doing, Eleanor?
Blue eyes.
I know, he's such a cutie.
So Eleanor had 1 baby, and it is a baby boy. We're very excited because we don't have any boys. He's right here. He's right here. And he's nursing and playing, wagging his tail, super cleaned off and healthy. And the night was uneventful, which is a great thing.
However, we were all hoping that Eleanor would pop out another baby maybe overnight, but obviously that's not the case, and we're pretty positive that she's done and she's probably not having any more. So we just have the 1 little baby boy, and my mom has actually decided to name him Felix. So if anybody voted Felix in the comments, you got your wish. My mom named him Felix, and he's adorable. Look at there, little Felix boy.
This is a little Felix goat. What a cute name for a goat. I love it.
I know, right?
Hi. Hi, little boy. Hi, little boy. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. What are you doing?
Looks like a little stuffed animal.
He does. It's okay, Eleanor.
Eleanor doesn't like you holding him.
Here you go. Here you go.
Eleanor doesn't like being in this pen either. But we think it's probably safe, at least for a week or something, to keep them separated in here so that they can do their thing and the other goats can do their thing.
We don't want anyone to get trampled by accident. Those other goats are very curious. Nancy and Isabel have been standing up on the fence here, poking their head through the slats. They know what's going on, but we need to just introduce everybody slowly.
It literally just happened by coincidence that we showed up yesterday. We were planning on leaving today, and Eleanor just waited to have her baby go until we got here, which, thank you, Eleanor. We really appreciate that. We're really glad that we were here to experience it. We're about to go load up into Terry. We got to head up to my grandparents' house, and hopefully tomorrow we're going to be starting concrete.
Then you stood there smiling at me as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more.
What's up, guys, and good morning. I don't know if you guys are still in shock from what you saw earlier in this video, Eleanor giving birth, but we're still in shock. We're still super excited. However, we are now back at my grandparents' house, and so we are nowhere near baby Felix, even though we wish we were. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark is an awesome virtual private network. A virtual private network is something that stands in between you and the internet. It encrypts your incoming and your outgoing data so that nobody can intercept your information and steal your identity or your bank account number or anything that you don't want to have stolen. The number one most vulnerable time that you're using the internet is when you're on an unsecured public network, like a bus stop, an airport, a library, McDonald's. Somebody else that's on that Wi-Fi can easily hack into your computer or your phone and steal your information. Not only is it super affordable, but it's actually really convenient. You can install it on your laptop, you can install it on your phone. All you do is open it up, turn it on, and you're good to go. So if you guys are interested in trying Surfshark out, jump down, click the link in our description. I highly recommend getting a VPN if you don't already have one, and if you use our link, you get 85% off and 3 months for free. Thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video and making it possible for creators like us to continue to make free content for our viewers to enjoy. Now, I gotta take Frank into doggy daycare and we gotta get up to the property.
Are you ready to go into Grandma's house? Are you ready to go into doggy daycare? Oh, yes, you're excited. Let's go. Come on.
Don't come in.
Nobody's here.
We are very busy.
You guys are busy?
If you want to visit with us, you have to make an appointment. Because we're very busy.
Are we on candid camera?
You're on candid camera.
Oh boy.
Today should be the day that we're starting concrete.
Oh,
We had a concrete crew that was supposed to start like 2 weeks ago and they never showed up, and so we have this new crew and they're supposed to start today, so we'll see what happens.
Bring a little sample so we'll know what it is.
I will. I'll bring some back and you can put your fist in it like John Wayne.
yeah.
All right, I love you guys. Frank is dropped off in doggy daycare. It's really funny. My grandparents always give me a hard time because they both love to tell stories. They will both just roll from one story to the next story, to the next story, to the next story. And next thing you know, when you just went in to say hi, you've been there for an hour. And so I always give my grandparents a hard time and I say, hey, you know, I'm heading to the store and they're gonna close soon, even though they probably just opened. So when I walked in today and my grandparents were like, we're busy, you gotta get out of here. They're just giving me a hard time. I love them.
It's been probably about 3, maybe even 4 weeks since there's been any progress up at our property. We went up last week to check things out, check on the time-lapse cameras. It looks good, nothing has changed. And we're heading up there today, hopefully to see some huge progress happen.
Well, we're heading up there to hopefully meet a concrete crew. Now, this concrete crew was recommended to us by Curtis, our excavator, and he says that they do good work. Our contractor Kevin trusts Curtis, I trust Curtis and Kevin, and everybody thinks it seems going to be a good deal, and these guys are actually doing it for cheaper than the original crew. So we got a bid in writing, everything is set to go. They were either supposed to start, today's Monday, they were either supposed to start Saturday evening or Monday morning. So when we get up there, there should either be forms set or there should be people setting forms. Really excited to figure out which one of those it is. And there better not be nobody up there or I'm gonna be really, really flustered.
So many people have messaged us on Instagram asking for advice or tips on the steps that you should take if you're buying land or building a house on a property. We're so excited that you guys are inspired to start looking at land or build your own house. It's an incredible process, but the best advice I could give you is find a builder or a mentor or someone in the area where you're planning to build who has built a house before, because the permitting requirements, the contractors in the area, the weather issues and difficulties associated with that location are so specific in every different part of the country, every different part of the world. Find someone that's done it before and use them as a consultant or just an advisor.
If you're trying to build your own house and you don't know anything or you don't know much about the process, that's totally fine. You can learn as you go, any of the trades that you're gonna do yourself. I mean, I have no problem not knowing something and figuring out how to do it and then doing it. However, there's gonna be times in the process where you have to put your trust in somebody else or someone else has to do something for you, and it really pays off to have an experienced professional that can either give you an opinion or recommend somebody that they trust. And that's why Kevin is the man.
All right, moment of truth.
Fingers crossed. Oh, I see a truck I don't recognize.
There's a few trucks
That
up
looks
here.
like Curtis too.
That's awesome. There he is, the man himself. Morning.
Made it out of bed, huh?
Finally.
Takes me a while. How are you?
Still breathing.
Yeah.
How's your back?
It hurts.
I bet. This looks gorgeous though. This is a real house.
What is oh, that shear wall is what that footing is for, huh?
That's for your stairs.
My stair, well, the shear wall
okay.
under the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about these 3 walls, the big tall walls that we have to build. And this, I see you smiling. This, the wall on this side has that strong wall in the corner.
Yeah, about right there where that rebar is.
Yeah, so if we build the gable end wall and lay it down, and then we build the other 2 walls on top of themselves and get the crane to come out here and stand them all up, do we build that wall with the strong wall, or do we like stand the strong wall up and then stand that wall up into it?
The strong wall will probably come in 2 sections actually.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405.
Plumber's got to get in there and do his job. I'm the plumber.
So then, I'm telling you, whatever way's easiest for the plumber.
All right, looks like my work begins, huh?
What are you doing, Trent?
I need to go get a pipe so that I can sleeve underneath the footings so that we can run the sewer drain. Pressure's on.
Get to work, my friend.
We're gonna make
In the
it
floor
someday.
or below the floor?
Nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So
It's like
Could be framing on this.
I'm really excited that the guys are here setting up the forms and the concrete's about to go in. But to be honest, like, it's really just giving me anxiety. It's like making me really nervous because I've made this commitment and I'm gonna frame this house. And even though Kevin is gonna give us some really nice assistance, it's just really a lot of it is falling on my shoulders.
You don't trust me?
And Allie's shoulders. Allie's gonna help too, but it's just making me very nervous. And
Well, don't get too excited.
reality is setting in.
I mean, we still have a few weeks, right?
It doesn't matter whether it's now or in a few weeks. It's still gonna be scary. I'm excited, but I'm very nervous. This will be like the easiest wall. I'll get all my practice in and build this wall over here, and then once we stand it up, we'll build these 2 walls. But these 2 walls, it's just like you get to build one flat wall, and then you're right onto these like gable end walls that are like on a slope. I'm nervous.
This is the best part of Kevin's day right here, watching
I'm not
Trent.
doing it.
As you guys know, we've been waiting a long time to get a concrete crew up here, and we're super grateful that these guys are up here today. They're working so quickly. The forms are almost fully set. Hopefully we can get this inspected quickly so that we can get things poured, the footings poured, and then the walls. Everything is starting to actually move. Actually, at this point, any bit of progress is really exciting for us. Trent's breaking in some of his construction skills today, though.
Oh, it's solid rock.
Day 1, you got this.
You gotta dig until you stop digging.
It's a good time to stop.
When the mountain stops falling, that's when you stop digging.
I know as the daylight grows how I am supposed to feel, to make the same mistakes, to be part
How's that look?
of something real.
Perfect.
We walk, staying tall, suffer love I have to steal. With blinking eyes through a bad disguise.
It's been a pretty hot, grueling day up here. Even though it's cool in the morning, it gets really hot in the afternoon. Kevin has just taken off for the day. I got one more task. You guys saw me sleeve for building number 2 where the water line needs to go in. Now I need to sleeve the house where the sewer line is going to exit. It's all gravel. These guys have set up the forms. I need to dig under there nice and gently so I don't disrupt anything. Slide this 6-inch pipe under there so that the sewer line can exit.
Not only are we the framers, but we're also the plumbers, the electricians, the drywallers. We're doing it all, and I'm very excited to finally get started with the actual work ourselves.
Luckily, this part is super easy and low consequence. When I have to start installing all the drain line, it's gonna be a little bit more pressure.
Get it? Some pressure in the drain lines. All right guys, our concrete crew are being absolute legends. Everything is looking amazing. The forms are getting put in so quickly. And honestly, I'm really impressed because it's so hot today. One of the guys on the crew is from Oaxaca. We absolutely loved Oaxaca, Mexico. We had an incredible time surfing there, and I would give anything to trade this dry heat for some surfing on the beach in Oaxaca right now. I really miss being in Mexico, but I'm grateful these guys are here. They're getting a lot done. Hopefully in the next couple days, we'll actually have a concrete truck. What do you call it? A pump truck?
Yeah, concrete.
We'll have actual concrete in these forms.
Unfortunately now we are playing the waiting game again. They need to get this inspected before they can actually pour. Kevin thinks he can get the inspector to come out here in the next day or two. Hopefully next time we see you guys, they're gonna be pouring these footings.
So the earliest they can pour is Monday. And lumber absolutely has to be sent out by Monday at the latest.
Shoot.
And so he said he cannot hold it. It has to be shipped. But he said September 1st the prices go up, and he says it'll cost you several thousand more dollars if we wait.
Perfect.
So yeah, so now we're kind of in this spot where we absolutely want to get the lumber, but we're not ready. And the lumber's fine to sit there. I mean, it won't hurt the lumber. It'll all come bundled, you know, strapped. It'll be strapped together.
There's not a lot of places to put it. We'd have to put it like at the top of the driveway.
Well, I think they're afraid they're going to run out of concrete mix too. Everybody's trying to get it before the material runs out.
It's so silly.
So it's a panic. Everybody's panicking.
Let me know what you figure out and have a good rest of your night.
Okay, sounds good. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thanks, Trent.
Thanks, Kevin. Bye.
See ya.
And the plot is thickening. Things are getting more and more out of control. Basically, there's a lumber shortage in the United States right now because of coronavirus and some factories closing down and demand going up, and especially in Utah, building is going crazy, so it's hard to get contractors. The price of lumber, like he was just talking about, for a piece of 1/2-inch OSB, a 4x8 sheet this time last year was like $8, $9. Right now, it's $23. It's literally almost 3 times the price it was a year ago. So basically, the lumber company just told us, if you don't place your lumber order within the next like 3 days, the bid that we gave you is going to go up by multiple thousands of dollars. This is really, really bad, obviously. The biggest problem that we have is concrete is now a week out. The concrete company, you're having to put your order in for concrete up to 7 days in advance, which Kevin, who's been a builder for 30 years, has never, ever done that, not even once. This is construction.
It's definitely a little bit disappointing because this process just keeps getting drawn out longer and more difficult and complicated than we expected it to be. But on the bright side, there's a concrete crew that's actually doing work up on our property. So that's like enormous movement for what's been going on the past 3 weeks, which is nothing. I'll take what I can get at this point. I would love for it to move faster, but we're gonna frame in the snow. That's it.
Basically, it could be better. It could be worse. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy that there's a construction crew up there setting the forms. We're making progress. For the past like 2.5 weeks, we've literally just been sitting around doing nothing and waiting. So now we're actually making progress. There are things that are some setbacks and that are taking a little bit longer, but we're making progress. We're pushing forward. So
and you know what? Like, this is all part of the journey. And the journey is the experience. When we're done and have a house, like, it'll be great. But we're gonna look back on this time and be like, oh, remember when that happened? That was crazy, that was so stressful. Oh, that was so funny, it all fell into place eventually. Like, it's crazy, but this is the best part. We just have to keep reminding ourselves of that. If you're like in the middle of a van build or building your own house, you know exactly what we're talking about. Things get really stressful and chaotic, but just remember, like, this is the fun of it.
Allie's nice dose of optimism there, if you guys couldn't tell. She's doing a good job of keeping us both positive, and I hope you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure. Not only did you guys get to see baby Felix be born, but you got to come up here and see the beginning of concrete construction. So even though my nerves are high and I'm a little bit worried about framing this house, we're getting started. So if you guys enjoyed this adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on this video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thank you again to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!